Hi everyone, Ross from Accurize. In our Accurize app, you have the possibility of seeing your shots for dry firing. But what you also have the opportunity of doing is to see some history of your shooting. And we have different tools for this, and this is what I wanted to use this video to show you. So let's take a look. While shooting on your front target, you have the possibility of seeing a few different things. So up on your left hand corner here, you can see that you have the possibility of seeing all the shots in your series, or you can choose to only see the last shot. You can also choose to see a heat map, and you can choose to see a cluster map. The heat map and cluster map we will get back to. We have the possibility of seeing more firearm reports, and we need to press the three dots up on the right hand corner, and we need to press firearms reports. You choose the front target that you are using, and this is where you get to start looking at your reports. So the first thing we need to do is choose how many sessions or how long period of time back in time that we would like to look at. That you do up here in the right hand corner, and I want to look at my last 20 sessions here, and you can see all of the shots from these series. The next thing we can do is up on the left hand corner, we can choose between seeing our shots, we can see the heat map, and we can see the cluster map. If we want to look at the heat map, we see here that the green and blue single dots are single shots, and the red area indicates that that is where the most of the shooting has been, the results have been. We can also see that I've put on a cluster map here, which is basically that blue dot that my finger is pointing at. That indicates the center of all shots in these 20 series. Another thing that will be useful in the Accurize shooting app is looking at different series and going in looking at the time frame of them. So we can choose any single session. We see the shots here, and we can go down and we can look at how much time I've spent on each and every single shot in this series. So you can, for example, look at if you're using a lot of time in the beginning of the series, or maybe in the middle, or at the end. Maybe you're using too much time, maybe you're using too little time. Another thing that we can look at if we swipe towards the left is a graphical view of the shooting. So this is one way that we can look at the results, and here is another. The lines would of course be less of if I had looked at one session instead of 20, but this tells us and gives us a clear view of the exact result per shot that you can look at, so you don't need to read it off any place. All of the functions that we've talked about will be available in the Accurize Pro app, which will soon be available. Another function that we have been developing and that is soon going to be available is our movement sensor, which looks a bit like this. This is a movement sensor that will register your movements with your firearm before, during, and after your shots. And we hope that this will also be a good thing to be able to use to improve your shooting.